Good afternoon, this is ITV News Central, and we start with some good news for motorists. We can tell you that the St Chad's and Queensway tunnels have reopened. The tunnels have been closed for the past 6 weeks for maintenance work. The closure was timed to fit the long school holidays. Callum Watkinson was up early to watch the first cars drive through.
The last few cones have been picked up, the last few lines have been put down. And at 5 o'clock this morning, traffic flowed into the A38 tunnels for the first time in 6 weeks. A new road surface, a coat of paint and European safety standard fireproofing have brought the 40-year-old tunnels up to date. But there was no doubt among the first few drivers through about the most noticeable change.
The lights look very nice in there, because usually when you go through there it's usually a bit dark and dull. It's all right.
There's more light in it now, and it's not distracting either.
Where concrete arches once linked the two bores, solid walls now divide them, with safety doors at intervals to provide emergency access. The plan was to rush through the work within the school holidays, when traffic was at its lowest, and round-the-clock shift work was the only way to go.
Up to 200 operatives working in the tunnel all at one time, lots of plant and material, lots of equipment to move into the tunnels and move out of the tunnels on a daily basis, so quite challenging.
This is the end of this phase of this project, but it's just the start of a 2.5-decade, £2.7 billion maintenance contract between this company and Birmingham City Council, and the success of this refurbishment would seem to indicate that transport policy here is on the right track.
We're 3 years into our contract with Amy. This is obviously the major bit of work, and one of the most major bit of works they've done for us. It's gone very well, and it's very encouraging for the way we'll take things forward with them.
2 weeks of night closures still lie ahead, and the tunnels will shut again next summer. But there's a consensus that this has so far been quite painless, and it could so easily have been hell. Callum Watkinson, ITV News, Birmingham.
Other news, Coronation Street actor William Roach has pleaded not guilty to committing historic sexual offences against 5 girls. The 81-year-old, who's from Ilkeston in Derbyshire, formally denied the charges in a hearing at Preston Crown Court. Roach, who plays Ken Barlow in the soap, is due to go on trial next year. Police are questioning a 39-year-old woman over the death of a 7-month-old baby girl in Nottingham. It's after emergency crews were called to the Bestwood Park estate yesterday morning. The baby was taken to the Queen's Medical Centre but was declared dead on arrival. A man's died after being hit by a lorry on the M5 motorway. It happened near Droitwich in Worcestershire between junctions 5 and 6 on the southbound side at just before 7:45 this morning. The man was confirmed dead at the scene. A large group of football fans arrested after trouble broke out around a local derby between Port Vale and Wolves have been bailed. Bottles were thrown after the League One match on Saturday, with 23 arrests being made. A police car was smashed up after supporters spilled into Burslem town centre in Stoke-on-Trent. Churches in Derby will be opening their doors to homeless people this winter. 6 churches have already joined a scheme to offer overnight accommodation and hot meals to those sleeping rough. The Derby Church's Night Shelter project was launched after the City Council cut millions of pounds previously spent on hostel accommodation. Malala Yousafzai, the teenager shot in the head in Pakistan for campaigning for education for women and girls, has been chosen to open the new library of Birmingham. The 16-year-old was treated at the city's Queen Elizabeth Hospital after the attack by the Taliban last year. The new library, which has cost £189 million, will open tomorrow. And a Midlands prison officer is getting used to her newfound fame after appearing on The X Factor over the weekend. Sam Bailey, a 36-year-old mom of 2 from Leicester, stunned the judges with her version of Smokey Robinson's Who's Loving You? Last night's show saw her sing in front of a crowd of 4,000 at London's Wembley Arena before sent through to a boot camp. And we're going to be catching up with Sam tonight at 6 o'clock. Right, look at the weather forecast now. Here's Lucy Kite.
Hello, well, some lovely September sunshine to come as we head through the next few days. It's going to feel warm as well before things go a little bit wrong for the latter part of the week. But at the moment, high pressure is firmly controlled. This is our best friend keeping things settled. Then things will change as we move into Friday. Low pressure takes charge, a weather front will move through, dragging in much fresher air. So we need to make the most of the next few days. This afternoon looking great, dry, with some good spells of sunshine. Highs of 22 degrees Celsius above the seasonal average, with fairly light winds as well. Through this evening, a great evening to come, and staying dry overnight tonight as well, and very mild compared to the past few nights. Then we move into tomorrow morning, plenty more sunny spells on offer, and if anything, tomorrow afternoon could be a little bit milder than today. Have a great day. See you later on.
That's it for the moment. Enjoy the afternoon. I'll see you at 6.